We are on Baba Metzia, Perek Tet, Mishnah Yud Gimel, 13th Mishnah, in the 9th chapter of Masechet, Baba Metzia. We're going to talk about the idea of a mashkon, the mashkenenu. A mashkon is collateral. So if a person lends somebody money, so you can do one of two things. It's actually machlok that we're talking about here, but we're talking about a case where like a guy says, okay, I owe you $1,000. So you say, okay, what are you going to hold up as collateral? My cell phone. Okay, great. So it's either at the time of the lending itself, at the time of the loan, that's English, or it might be when the payment period comes up. If you can't pay, then the guy says, okay, give me something as collateral. But we have to see a few psukim. Okay, this is from Dvarim Perek Chaf Dalet. When you lend money to a person, you can't enter into his house to fetch his pledge. Lavot evoto means to come take his mashkon, rather. Bachutz ta'amot, stand outside. Don't go into his house, meaning there's already in a relationship between a lender and a borrower. We talk about the idea of the difference between the rich and the poor. So you don't enter into this guy's house like, oh, go give me this and that. Bachutz ta'amot, stand outside. Va'isha she'atano shebo, yotzi elecha ta'avot achutz. And the person who you're lending money to will take the avot, the pledge, here it means, but the collateral outside. V'im ish ani, if he's poor, who? Lo yishishka ba'avoto. Don't sleep with his pledge. What did you do? You took his pillow. You took his blanket. Hashev ta'ashiv ta'avot k'vashemesh. You should give it back to him every night. V'shacha b'sal mato u'be'rachachai. Sleep in his garment. Take his pajamas. Sorry, you want your pajamas? Pay me back. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to give him his thing every night. Ulachat yet tzedakah lifnei Hashem elokecha. And you should be for you a tzedakah, a kindness, but it really means a righteousness before Hashem your God. It says the Mishnah, based on these psukim. Hamalveh ed chaveiro, a person lends his friend money, lo yemashkenenu ela bebeitin. Okay? You should not take the mashkon except, meaning, you should only take the mashkon, not even in his house, rather, al yedei beitin, bar tunura. Okay? Lo yikach mimenu mashkon ba'al krocho, afilu bashuk. You can't even take it in the shuk, ela al yedei shliach beitin. The Torah said, the Rabbanan say you have to use a representative of the Beitin. Shikach mimenu b'rshut Beitin. You shouldn't start going to people's homes and demanding your money. There's a police force to do that. There are people whose job it is to do that. Okay? V'lo yikanes lebeiton. Not only that, but the shliach Beitin should not enter into his house. Okay? How do we know? Lito mashkano shene'amar b'chutz ta'amot. It says you must stand outside. And this is even talking about afilu shliach beitin, even the representative beitin shouldn't go to his house. V'kol shekain, certainly more the Baal Chov himself. Hayilo shnei kilim, if he has two utensils, two vessels, notel echad, umeniach echad. You can't take both of them. Rather, you take one, and then when the guy needs it, you give one back. Remember, we're talking about people in abject poverty. You took the one thing he has. Meaning, if you don't take anything, he's never going to pay you back. But you take one, then you leave one. Umachzir takar ba'layla. So let's say he has a pillow and he has a machresha. He has a plow. So the pillow you have to return at night. Ve'eta machresha bayom, and you return the plow during the day. Meaning every day you're going back and forth and back and forth. I don't know how practical this is, but that's the halacha. Like, otherwise, don't take anything at all. Ve'imet, but if he dies, eino machzir liyoshav, you don't give it back to his inheritance. Because there's no mitzvah, the Bartunah says, if he dies, ein mashiv et avot liyoshim, you don't give it back to the inheritors, she'en kan mitzvah tashavat ta'avot. There's no obligation to return. That's your collateral. Tashev tashiv lo et ta'avot ktib. You have to give him the avot. Lo, velo, la yorshim. Let's go back to the Mishnah. If he dies, you don't have to give it back. Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel omer, Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel says, avla atzmo eino machzir ela ad shloshim yom. Up to 30 days after the loan is owed, you return. But after 30 days, you only return up to 30 days. Umi shloshim yom ulahalan. But after 30 days, mochran bebeitin, you sell it in beitin, you have the right to recoup the money that you lent him, the money that you're owed. Next says, almana. What about a widow? So let's look again at the psukim. A little bit further in the same parak Chaf Daled. In Dvarim, Torah says the following. Lo tetem mishpat ger yatom v'lo tachbol belged amana. You should not pervert justice of the stranger. Lo tachbol beged amana. You should not take the widow's raiment to pledge. Essentially, that means, if an almana comes and you lend her money, you don't take her stuff as collateral. You have to remember, you also were a slave in Egypt. And God redeemed you. Hashem was kind to you and redeemed you, so I command you to do this as well. So therefore the Mishnah says, an alma, not a widow, bein she'i aniyah, bein she'i ashira, whether she's poor or rich, ein mashkinin ota. The Torah doesn't distinguish between rich and poor, and therefore you may not take a mashkon from her. You're not allowed to take a collateral from her. Okay, so you have to look at the Mefarshim to know if this is true universally, or are there obviously other opinions about it. Hachovelet harechaim, if you take a person's rechaim, is their grain grinder. Okay? Over below taseh, v'chayav mishum shnei kelim. So this is, if you're violating a lo taseh, and you're chayav on two kelim. Let's go back to a different pasuk. The Torah says, lo yachavov rechaim v'rachav. You should not take the mill or the upper millstone, the rechaim and rechav. The mill is considered of two stones. There's one on the top, okay, that turns, and then there's a bottom stone, the bottom stone. Ki nefesh uchavel, because you're taking a man's life. He owes you money, you can't take the stuff that he needs in order to eat. So if you take it, if you take the rechaim, if you take the whole grinder, over below ta'aseh, okay, you're violating the lo ta'aseh, v'chayav b'shum shnei kelim. You're chayav for both of those vessels. Shnei amar, as it says, lo yachavo rechaim b'rachav. The Torah says, don't take this, and don't take that. The upper grindstone, and the bottom grindstone. And that's not just these specific things, the upper and lower stones. Anything that a person needs to have to eat, you're not allowed to take. We'll go back to the pasuk, because it says, ki nefesh, they're not there, ki nefesh uchovel. That's the pasuk we took. Ki nefesh uchovel, you're taking a man's life. If a person needs to eat, I don't care how much money he owes you. Don't take the stuff he needs to eat as collateral. We'll stop here. Comments, questions are spolter@gmail.com. You can find all these Mishnayot at Mishnah.co, where we do each Mishnah in order, and we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.